But I tell you, we had rough and tumble times. I came out here in 1928, and it was a very, very interesting era for Denver. There were 200,000 people in the area. Now we got 2 million in the same area. But they all came out here, well, a lot of them came for gold. But more of them went to Colorado Springs for gold. Well, my company transferred me out here. Their offices were in Chicago, and they had an office in LA that worked the West Coast. And they wanted something in between, which would have been in Kansas. So they came to Denver because it was the metropolis of the area.
And he opened an office on,
and
your first office was on 16th Street.
My territory was
I have a picture of it.
From El Paso, Texas to the Canadian border. And in that whole area, there weren't as many people as Cook County, Illinois. You know, but it was a wonderful opportunity for a young man because, and I'd been successful with him. And I don't know whether that guy thought he was going to get rid of me sending me down there, or if he thought I was the only guy who would make it down there. Our best customer out here was Great Western Sugar, which was on the corner here. It was a sugar building. That was Great Western Sugar. But they didn't need all this space. So they took the basement, the first floor, and the second floor, and I took the third, fourth, and fifth for a warehouse. And I had my offices up on Lawrence Street, which was the wholesale district. After a few years, they tore down that area on Lawrence Street to build that big Hyatt Hotel there. I'm not sure that there's as much business in Western wear today as it was several years ago. However, since we've opened this, we have people from all over the world come walking in. Of course, our competition is all gone too. The wholesalers are gone. The discounters, and now the discounters are getting the same kind of dope from other discounters. It's an evolvement that it might be better for the consumer. But there were a lot of wholesalers that were gone. That building on the corner, catty corner there, was a wholesale grocery. I can remember that there was a viaduct there, and we would drive across that viaduct to go to Illich's at night when they had the theater out there, and they were roasting coffee. You could smell that good coffee. You got up on that viaduct. When you made a shirt the way we did with fancy cuffs and one thing and another, it cost a whole lot more money than just a plain shirt. So you had to have something different. And I thought a snap fastener was a cinch. But those snap fastener people up there in Connecticut, they were typical New Englanders. You could always tell a New Englander, but you couldn't tell them a goddamn thing. So there was a problem with this, with the pearl snap, because in those days every washing machine had a ringer on the side of it, and those ringers would crack those snaps, those pearl snaps. So there had to be something done about that. Well, I had a fellow up in west of Albany that was making a composition, but The top was solid and had a little tit on the back with a hole in it. They could sort of put on to make fancy shirts and not sew through buttons. I've always felt that a young man is worth his salt is a Democrat till he makes a little money. And if he wants to save that money, he becomes a Republican. That's my key to the Republican Party.